against Liverpool. That always sounds good. Alan Shearer and Guy Mowbray in the commentary box.
Thank you, Gary, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the tie of the round, or at least we hope it will be. And on a weekend which hasn't given us too many huge stories. Congratulations to Maidstone, by the way. We could get one here with one of the favourites and biggest clubs to fall at their first hurdle. As Martin Keown so wonderfully described it, a cocktail of noise greets the players of the Gunners and the Reds. Although, as you can see, nobody's in red today. Arsenal wearing all white due to their No More Red campaign, which was launched a couple of years ago. A wonderful aim to combat youth knife crime, wanting to provide more safe spaces for young people to meet. And those kits aren't for sale. They will be awarded to individuals making a positive difference in the community. Let's take a look at the lineup set of this Titanic FA Cup tie. Well, for Arsenal, it's Aaron Ramsdale replacing David Raya in goal. It's the same back four as against Fulham last Sunday, a game in which standing left-back Jakub Kiwior was subbed at half-time. Jorginho gets a rare start in midfield. The same goes for Reiss Nelson as part of the front three. He hasn't started a Premier League game all season. And with Gabriel Jesus out with a slight knee injury, it looks as though Kai Havertz will play as a false number 9. Liverpool's team is as strong as it could be, with Gerald Quansah replacing the unwell Virgil van Dijk at the back. Alexis Mac Allister is back for his first start since the 6th of December. And Harvey Elliott will play in the gaping hole on the right of attack, left by Mo Salah, who's away with Egypt, preparing for the Africa Cup of Nations. Well, as you'll have seen, I'm delighted to have the company of Alan Shearer alongside me, out in the cold for once this afternoon. Alan, I think the boys have set it up nicely. This could and should be a cracker.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this game. Two giants of this competition, two teams who will desperately want to win the game today to avoid a replay. So for all of those reasons, I think it should be a great game and hopefully plenty of goals.
John Brooks is the referee. It's actually the first time that he's officiated a senior Arsenal match. He's taken charge of Liverpool games a couple of times this season. We've already mentioned him. Big game for Harvey Elliott. Big chance for him.
Yeah, it's a huge chance for him. Still only 20 years of age. The boys in the studio mentioned him earlier. Great talent. I think he really relished this role today because I think he suits that role. Better in forward positions, can score a goal, and obviously likes creating them as well. And it's a huge 5 or 6 weeks for this guy.
And an opportunity for Kai Havertz, we think, as part of the attack. He has been playing well in midfield of late.
Yeah, a lot will depend on him today. He's going to we think we'll play in that centre forward role. He will like to drop deep, but then it's up for others to try and run past him, because at times it can be a lonely role if players are not prepared to do that. 4 goals in his last 9. So he should be confident.
We're just about ready to go. Liverpool playing in a shade that's described officially as space purple. Well, there's a new one. And it is going to be Harvey Elliott with the first kick of the match. They met as recently as the 23rd of December. It was 1-1 at Anfield in the Premier League, Arsenal in front in the 4th minute. And when Liverpool were last here last season, Arsenal were ahead after 58 seconds, so watch from the start. Ben White. The numbers on the back of the shirt.
Just to make your job easier.
Yeah, the binoculars were out pre-match. And White hurls it up towards Havertz. It was Mac Allister who jumped with him. turn back to Aaron Ramsdale. Every time he starts in goal for Arsenal, there will be a magnifying glass upon his performance.
Yeah, I heard the guys in the studio talking about the situation regarding the keepers at Arsenal. All I ever wanted to do was know I was playing, and mentally, if you're not aware of that, then I think it makes it very difficult in that situation, particularly for a goalkeeper.
In towards Nunez. Looked as though it might break for Gakpo, but it's been cleared by Kivior, and Liverpool have the throw. After Kivior, replaced at the break at Fulham in the last game a week ago.
Yeah, I think it's really important for him to get off to a good start, because when that happens, confidence dip. Need a touch or two of the ball, and good ones.
That's one player who will be relieved that Mo Salah isn't part of Liverpool's squad.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nunez challenges, but Saliba kept it away from him. And Gabriel turns it back to Ramsdale again. Arsenal have lost the last two. They're 3 without a win. Only 1 win in their last 6. But what about this for a chance? And Alisson has gone back and been beaten into the side of the goal. It was a great opportunity for Reiss Nelson, played in over the top.
Well, I mentioned the confidence of players. What a better way to start for that guy and Ramsdale. What a pass. And what a run as well. Comes in from the inside there, Reiss Nelson. In between the fullback and the centre-half, and that's a really good opportunity. Just a bit of a heavy touch to go around the goalkeeper. But what a pass that was from Ramsdale. Should be 1 up.
Alisson, McAllister, and returned again to the Liverpool keeper. I would think Mikel Arteta's eyes would have widened at that as well, noting the pace of Nelson against the 2 Liverpool centre-backs.
He actually got it between Trent, I think it was, and Canate. It was a really clever run, timed it to perfection.
Now here's Elliott. Darwin Nunez in the middle, trying to stay onside. And Elliott is bundled to the floor. Liverpool will get a free kick and a chance to put the ball into the Arsenal box.
Well, if the first 3 minutes are anything to go by, we're in for a good game, aren't we?
Looks that way. Harvey Elliott starting brightly, his 50th start for Liverpool. Scored in his last 2 FA Cup ties, got the winner at Wolves in the 3rd round replay a year ago.
And still only 20.
Still only 20. And both teams have a 16-year-old on the bench today.
Remember those days?
Nope. Long ago. Alexander-Arnold delivers. And nobody has to bother themselves with that one. Ben White will watch it all the way out.
Not very often that happens, is it? Talking the quality of Trent.
Captain's armband today. Next throw. Havertz was hoping to win it. McAllister was up against him. Here's Jones now. That'll be an Arsenal throw. Good burst of noise from the Liverpool supporters. There are just over 7,500 of them today. Normal away allocation at Arsenal is 3,000. Every one of those 7,600 tickets have been taken up. White saw the opportunity to find Jorginho. Saliba does well against Nunez. One back by White. Saka gets away from the challenge. Nelson didn't get it quickly enough. And Arsenal have to go backwards to come forwards again.
Thought he should have shot. Odegaard, he had the opportunity to open up for him. I think he needed to pass that.
Rice. White to Saka. And Gomez pokes out a foot and gets the ball out of play. Both teams have had bright moments.
Positive start.
White's throw. And it's turned away for another one. Ben White looking for one of those clever runs off him again. Havertz on the move just inside the penalty area. Odegaard's gone to the byline. Well found, good throw. Another chance for Nelson. It's deflected behind, it'll be a corner. I don't think he quite got a hold of it.
Well, I was surprised it happened, because a minute ago exactly the same throw-in. It was identical, same run, same throw, and that caused them a problem, so they shouldn't be done twice.
Arsenal strong from set pieces. Gabriel knows that all too well from his goal from an Odegaard free kick at Anfield just the other week. Saka's corner helped across, cleared away from the goal. Bit of a scramble in there, and Arsenal aren't going away. Diaz kept it in. Saka, Odegaard's touch. Havertz now shapes to shoot, and Alisson has to get down. And Arsenal are on top here.
Well, you mentioned it, how good they were at set pieces. It was a wonderful ball in, and another great opportunity.
This is the Liverpool way. When they get the ball, they get on with it. Alisson's had a test or two. Time now for Liverpool's keeper. Looking for Joe Gomez, but he won't clear Saka. Havertz will make Quansah work here.
Like that from Havertz. I mentioned about Odegaard not taking up the opportunity to have the shot. There's no hesitation from him in having his shot.
Saka. Nelson. Alexander-Arnold engages with help from Gakpo. Nelson evaded them both. Jorginho finds Odegaard. Yes, Diaz was back helping out the defence. Here he is, trying to keep the ball. He's done that somehow, and he was fouled.
Well, we spoke about it earlier about Arsenal. I was speaking to the guys about them having the opportunities and the chances, but certainly not putting them away. Well, they've had 2 or 3 good ones in the first 9 or 10 minutes here. I think that was a half chance, that one, though, from Havertz, but at least he's not shying away from having a pop at goal.
Bukayo Saka's just felt a bit of contact on the back of his heel, but seems to be okay. And that was after the challenge and the toing and froing with Luis Diaz. It was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
There was nothing in that one.
Has been playing with an Achilles problem for quite a while, and he does play every game for Arsenal. He's actually played 99 of the last 100 Premier League matches.
Incredible.
For a winger too.
Brilliant. And the number of times he gets fouled as well. How quick he is, and his ability and everything else that goes with it.
Yeah, it's been highlighted this week, hasn't it, with Arsenal insisting that they didn't complain directly. Oh, they've got a chance here. Another mistake from Liverpool, and they've got away with it for now. It's Odegaard. Oh, he hit it too hard. Still Liverpool struggling, blocked by Alexander-Arnold, and now it is away. How on earth did Arsenal not score?
Goodness me. Doesn't that just sum it up what we were saying? I mean, that was 4 chances within 10 seconds, wasn't it?
Gerald Quansah slows things down.
It's what he needs to do, because there's under serious pressure here.
Up towards Nunez. Turns safely-ish back to Ramsdale. Rice. Jorginho.
And I've said it already, but there's 11.5 minutes gone. Arsenal should have at least 3 or 4 goals now. Incredible amount of chances.
Liverpool have been notoriously slow starters this season. Same thing's happening again. Darwin Nunez surely is pulling Saliba down there.
It was a run of... Yeah, that was a foul, wasn't it?
Here's Saka. Arsenal trying to get flowing down the right again. Strong tackle by Ben White. Listen to the noise around the ground. They enjoyed that.
Well, they're liking what they're seeing, apart from not putting the ball in the back of the net. Everything else has been superb. Their attitude, their effort, their commitment, and going into tackles, and they're creating chances.
Even referee John Brooks seemed to be nodding his head in approval at that challenge. This being a Premier League venue, we do have the assistance of VAR today. Although I know you enjoyed a certain game yesterday for the lack of it. Not only for that.
I really enjoyed it. The Sunderland-Newcastle game with no VAR.
Here we
Refreshing.
go. How on earth did this not result in an Arsenal goal?
Well, how many chances? The bar, the blocks. It's just incredible. Saka's nicking the ball did really well, didn't he? That should have gone in. That one should have gone in.
Luis Diaz. Jones. McAllister.
Just got to try and slow this game down a little bit now, Liverpool, with the pressure that they've been under. Try and take the noise out of this crowd.
Not so long ago we didn't say that about Arsenal, did we? Gerald Quansah. Declan Rice, here's the whistle go against him. Barging in from behind. Foul on Jones. Elliott. There's McAllister. Alexander-Arnold trying to find Darwin Nunez. Curtis Jones in to challenge. It's a super tackle by Nunez. Gakpo with the shift to Elliott. Jones. Alexander-Arnold. Jones can't get to it. Nelson barred the way.
A good block. You could see exactly what Trent was trying to do with the pass into Jones. So could Nelson. Good defending.
Well, white against purple. It doesn't look like Arsenal v Liverpool, but it feels like it. Saliba. Rice. Out to Kivior. Reece Nelson's seen plenty of it. That one didn't stick.
He's looking for a better ball in from Kivior, wasn't he? Didn't think it needed to be that hard.
Arsenal without Alexander Zinchenko. Takeru Tomiyasu's gone away to play at the Asian Cup with Japan. Fiorentina is out on loan at Real Sociedad, so they have a vacancy at left back at the moment.
Really good clear that from Nunez.
Gakpo finds Diaz. Elliott to Gakpo. Kanate. Liverpool trying to get into a rhythm. Curtis Jones has just missed the beat. Saka. Ødegaard. Havertz. Nelson has Kiwior ahead and outside. Jorginho.
Just like Nunez before, holding the ball up. Kai Havertz has got to do that again this evening with being that lone man up front. When that ball goes in, it's got to stick to him. He did really well there. Defenders have got to decide whether they go tight with him or on that occasion drop off and let him have it.
Konate. McAllister. Alisson as cool as you like.
It's made it look so easy.
The other goalkeeper who's played the pass of the match so far, though. Quansah. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely collected by Elliott. Gakpo. Elliott. Quansah. Konate under pressure now from Havertz.
It's good defending from Arsenal, being patient, everyone sticking with their man, because Liverpool are looking for that opening.
Are on the charge. Don't want to retreat now. White. Jorginho. Ødegaard. Back with Saliba. Kiwior. Jorginho. Time for Arsenal to have a spell knocking it about to one another. It's Jorginho's game. Get it and give it. Kiwior. Nelson. Saliba to Gabriel.
Just looking on that left-hand side for Arsenal. Havertz has gone to the left and Nelson's come in the middle there to try and make that similar sort of run as he made in the first few minutes with that wonderful pass from Ramsdale.
Ramsdale's gone over the top again. Saka has to challenge for it. And Gomez and Quansah in one another's way. Rice. Nelson popped up in the middle. Saka. Declan Rice.
There's Nelson in that hole again. He's certainly got the freedom to be able to do that. There's that run again.
Here is Reece Nelson, who has scored a winning goal against Liverpool for Arsenal in the past. Saka. Ødegaard. And returned. And there was no way back to Nelson, not there. Gabriel. And Gomez can watch that one out, if he so wishes.
Oops, who's he?
There he is. We knew he'd be here. Ian Edward Wright, MBE.
Smile right here, you're on the television.
He's never off the television. Quansah. Chip out just had enough to find Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's motoring now. And playing it through for Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz in the middle, but not there. Safety first is the approach taken by Ben White. Liverpool corner.
What about the first touch there from Trent to receive the pass, to put it in his path, and then the forward pass? I thought Gakpo should have actually got in there because it was a decent ball in the end from Núñez.
Harvey Elliott's corner. No Virgil van Dijk to attack it today. Elliott in just the right area, and it's wide, and it was Darwin Núñez, I think, who got to it.
It was a good ball in and a great leap, you know, from Núñez to find himself in that space. You're looking for the quality of the ball. That was certainly quality, and the leap was great, but he just couldn't get the direction on it. It's a decent chance.
He's only scored in 1 of his last 14 games, starting 9 of those. That was at Burnley on Boxing Day, and the way that he took that goal shows that he is a finisher.
Well, his numbers should be a lot better. The number of chances that he has missed, including that one there. But he doesn't shy away.
There's Nelson, who went down in a little delayed fashion after trying to take on Trent Alexander-Arnold.
There's nothing in that. Not at all.
In fairness to Reiss Nelson, I think he tried to stay on his feet, he just always off balance.
Yeah.
Talk about the way Diogo Jota went down on New Year's Day for a penalty.
Don't have to go there, do we?
Can't get the smile off your face after yesterday.
I know what you're up to.
There's McAllister. Alexander-Arnold. Darwin Núñez is making up the ground and held away from it by Saliba, who stood strong.
Great defending. Quick, composed, he read it really well. No panic.
Jones. Elliott. Nelson. Wants to stay cool to clear.
What a season he's having, Saliba, eh? Been brilliant, he has.
I think when he first joined from Saint-Etienne, he was loaned back, and it looked as though he might not ever get a break for Arsenal. Now he's an absolute staple of the team.
He's been magnificent, he has.
John Brooks has given a free kick, and he wants a word with Jorginho for the show of dissent, which we might not have heard, but we certainly lip-read.
I don't know what he's complaining about, because clearly you can see he's got hold of his shirt. It's a foul.
I think we know we'll be taking it. Harvey Elliott has given the signal. Oh, it will be Elliott. He lifted in nicely, but it's easy enough for Ramsdale.
Showing his authority in the team.
Arsenal down the middle with Havertz. Doesn't reach Ødegaard. Finds to cut it out on his way back. Gakpo. Successfully stalled by Jorginho. Now Ødegaard to try and push on for Arsenal. Saliba. Gabriel. Ben White. Gabriel finds Reiss Nelson. Rice. White. With a little move infield away from Gomez. Returned to him by Odegaard. This is crisp. This is pacey. Good work from Arsenal. Saka's shot in the end rather undoes a bit of that.
Brilliant movement from him. And he came inside just off the line there to get the ball, and he received the ball, and again on his first touch, and the way Arsenal moved it around with pace, because that's been one of the criticisms I think this season, is that they haven't done that enough, just to upset teams that little bit more, so they can't go 2v1. I mean, on that occasion it was brilliant, just to finish again. It's a toughest one that we've seen, I think, certainly the chances that they've had, but the way they moved the ball to get there was a positive.
McAllister was in the way to take all the sting off the shot. Bukayo Saka has just had a change of footwear. "22 years old, and this is game number 206 in an Arsenal shirt."
Oh, what a player, what an attitude, I love it, brilliant, great, I love watching him. Plays with such energy and enthusiasm. Great player.
Alisson's looking for Darwin Núñez. Saliba was with him. Jorginho given a bit of treatment by Luis Diaz. And John Brooks has maybe done Arsenal a favour there. They got on with it quickly. Don't think they were going anywhere with it, and the ball was rolling. They'll have to do it again. Mikel Arteta was in the side when these two teams last met in the FA Cup. 2-1 Arsenal win in 2014, and Arsenal went on to win the Cup, beating Hull City in the final. Arteta, the second person to win the Cup as player and manager for Arsenal, after the great George Graham. Havertz, Odegaard wants it pulled back, here he is, but there was Gomez. Rice. White to Saka. Odegaard. Good looking delivery. Havertz trying to come in on it. Jorginho, Rice. Havertz, it won't break for Nelson. Alexander-Arnold is there. Had a little stroll across his own penalty area just for the fun of it.
Been in so many good positions, Arsenal, without putting it in the net. That final piece, which is often the hardest, but they're doing ever so well getting in there. Just can't put it in the net.
Was that anything to do with the fact they haven't got a genuine striker on the field, or?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think that's been a problem for them this season. We said before the game that the numbers are down in forward positions at almost everything.
McAllister dispossessed this time. Odegaard pulling it back. Havertz taking his time. Enough time for Liverpool to get in the right place to block it again.
Too much time. Far too much time needed. I didn't think he needed the touch. I mean, it's great pressing again from Declan Rice. And the pass there from Odegaard is to switch it. Just got to hit it. There's no need to take a touch there. The pass is soft enough. It's in his way, just go and hit it.
Somebody next to me would have done. Ian Wright would have done.
You just don't need that touch. You're not going to get the time to take an extra touch on another one at this level. You're given an opportunity, just take it.
And they are being given opportunities.
So many.
One ball shout against Alexander-Arnold from Nelson, and he got support from his friends in the crowd, but John Brooks wasn't particularly placed to see it. Nick Greenhouse is the assistant on that side of the field. He didn't see it either. That now will be a Liverpool throw. Saw that. Was there anything to see?
This is what they were booing at. Just a bit.
It's the two hands. Gomez. Núñez. trying to put the pressure on. Gabriel was up against him and equal to him. McAllister.
Just get the feeling that it's maybe one of those games where Arsenal might just look back and think, how on earth have we missed all those chances and maybe punished? It's often what happens, isn't it? When a team has dominated so much like Arsenal have, they may just regret it.
Liverpool will come out and play and have spells of dominance at some point. Here's Curtis Jones. Conte. To Diaz. Diaz has been followed by Rice. Jones. Excellent midfield work from Curtis Jones. Gakpo. Diaz. Elliott didn't manage to keep it. Havertz didn't manage to get through. Gomez. Beautiful takedown. Darwin Núñez trying to win a corner, and Saliba wrapped his foot around to prevent that happening. Rice almost presented it to Jones. He's now after Ben White and taking the ball from him. White then in his way, and the referee's going to give that as a free kick to Liverpool.
And it was. What a lovely piece of skill that was from Curtis Jones. He did really well to win the ball back in the first place, and then to have the ability to just say, here you go, flick it there, just going to go around you. And Ben White's got no choice but to bring him down, and it was a foul.
Curtis Jones now really finding his feet as a senior Liverpool player. 3 goals in his last 4 games. He's adding goals to his game. He's had a super season after starring for England at the European Under-21s last summer. Man of the match in the final against Spain.
It's about feeling part of the first team, isn't it? Feeling as if you belong in there, and that just doesn't happen overnight. It may take longer time for some than others, but he's certainly shown his best football now, isn't he?
Had a few injury problems too. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the ball, which usually spells danger for opponents. Goes deep with it. In fact, he goes onto the roof of the goal with it.
Well, that's one he's had from the left and one from the right, and both of them have been poor.
And a little bit more encouragement for Jurgen Klopp, who's not had a lot to be encouraged about today so far.
No. Expect better from him. Such as his high standards.
Michael Thomas, we've already talked about that goal he scored for Arsenal at Anfield, but let's not forget he scored in an FA Cup final for Liverpool, 1992. First of 2 that Liverpool got against Sunderland. Cracker as well, wasn't it? 206 games for Arsenal, but then 163 in a Liverpool shirt.
Not a bad career, is it? What a player he was.
It's up for grabs now. What a line that was. Given away to McAllister. Jones working and scrapping, but losing out that time to Saliba. Saliba wondering where he should go next. It's Ødegaard, who usually has an idea before he gets the ball. Havertz offside.
It's really good work again from Saliba and bringing the ball out. Just don't need to be offside there. He is offside when you can see right across the pitch.
Now tonight you can watch all of the highlights from this and all of today's FA Cup games on BBC One, 10:30, and you can watch every FA Cup goal on the BBC Sport website and app. I think there've been a few today. Just waiting for one here.
It should have been 3 or 4.
Another offside, this time a Liverpool one. Rice, Saka, has he timed his run, or the flag has stayed down for now? Up against Gomez. Stopped by the Liverpool number 2. White, Ødegaard, able to turn, Gomez is back. Ødegaard's having a look, there wasn't a gap to go for. He's come closer than anybody with that shot that smashed against the bar earlier on. Nelson, he's come close as well. Rice, the fans say shoot, so he does. Straight down the barrel.
No problem that for Alisson. He was invited to have a shot and he didn't take any time to do that, but it wasn't the most difficult save, was it?
Now is it starting to open up? Jones asking Núñez to run again. Saliba has the head start on him. Back to Ramsdale, nicely sorted out. Ødegaard being held onto by McAllister. Free kick Arsenal.
Really good play again from Kai Havertz, because that's a tough thing to do. I said earlier about him having to bring his teammates into the game by holding that ball up. No better example than him doing it there.
Ødegaard to Saka. Havertz has wandered into the middle. That's Ben White. He got a hold of that. That sizzled its way to Alisson.
He did. It was really good defending from Gomez. He was left 1v1, wasn't he, with Saka again. Same thing happened a minute ago and he stopped that, but it falls to Ben White, who didn't need a second invitation there to have a shot. A good effort.
Strong hand from the Liverpool keeper. Saka to deliver. Arsenal have given their fans everything but the goal so far today. Alisson has stayed back, and another chance has gone begging. Havertz heads wide.
How many do they need? We know how strong Arsenal are at set pieces. And again, it's a good ball in. Again, you see a white shirt. This time, Havertz. Is it? Climbs above. Got to be on target. It's another chance, big chance.
That's one of the best yet. Timing of the leap was excellent. Contact with the ball wasn't. Oh, Liverpool have made a bit of a mess of that. Gerald Quansah needs a bit of attention. Jurgen Klopp is a little concerned by it. Possibly because it was a mess of their own making.
Yeah, I mean, how many chances do Arsenal lead? You said it earlier about them. They've been superb up until that final third, haven't they, in terms of creating chances, working the ball. You can see what the injury is there, isn't it?
That didn't look nice, did it?
No.
It's one of those things that shouldn't happen, but does every now and again.
It's a nasty one, didn't it?
Rolled his foot over the ball, and everything momentarily went into the wrong place. The nod of the head and the encouraging words of the medical team look as though he will be able to carry on.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Looked nasty when he did it.
Liverpool don't have anything really as regards centre-back replacement. They've got Luke Chambers, who's a left-back stroke centre-back, full-back really. Very young Liverpool bench. That's all they've got left. White's throw, Saka. Stopped in his tracks. Arsenal fans feel unfairly by McAllister. The referee doesn't. It's a rib crusher for Bukayo Saka.
Well, it's another throw-in from exact same position. It might be different players, but that's a concern from Liverpool. 3 throw-ins, they've had the ball, it's been too easy to find a teammate.
McAllister, I don't think he's full of apologies. I don't think he feels he has to explain himself at all. Another Arsenal throw, and Liverpool have been struggling with those, and they missed out on the run of Declan Rice there. Ødegaard, excellent work by Rice. Ødegaard is tripped, and Arsenal are looking to end the first half strongly and get what they will feel is deserved reward for their performance.
Well, it was a free kick. I mean, Declan Rice did really well to keep the ball there under serious pressure, and then Ødegaard gets a foul.
They've had the ball, they've created the chances, they've got the backing, but they haven't been able to beat Alisson yet.
It's the hardest thing to do, you know, put the ball on the net.
You wanted me to read out some numbers?
Not at all.
It is the hardest thing to do, definitely. Saka. Try and create yet another Arsenal opportunity. They all get back on side, and Alisson can watch that one, so Trent Alexander-Arnold hasn't found his delivery boots today, and nor has Bukayo Saka.
Oh, I just thought that, look, just before half-time, you're looking for a nice quality ball in there. We know, as I said, set pieces that they are very good at. Not on that occasion.
Looking for Darwin Núñez. Saliba has generally won those. And now Darwin Núñez is on the run, and Ramsdale has seen him coming.
Good goalkeeping, that. Not had a lot to do. In fact, hardly anything. He's got to stay alive and alert, and he was there.
I don't think he saved anything, has he?
He's had one great pass, I know that.
Kwanzaa. Canate. McAllister. Kwanzaa gives it away. Nelson is sharply onto that. Ødegaard. Havertz, and Havertz has room now. Straight at Alisson, and he took an eternity about it again.
Well, the Arsenal press has been superb, but their finishing has been dreadful. Again, I thought he took too long.
Gakpo. Just too high for Luis Diaz.
He must be one frustrated manager. There's his touch there. Just pushes him another 2 or 3 yards wide, which then gives the goalkeeper the advantage, because the wider you go, the less you've got to aim at. And again, I just think you've got to take it early.
He's scored 4 goals in his last 9 appearances. He should have had 2 or 3 today. Here's Gakpo. And Gakpo's getting away, and he's got support from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that's off the bar. It bursts through Ramsdale's gloves. Both teams now have shaken the crossbar.
Well, he didn't need a second invitation to have a shot, and he didn't take too long to get his shot away there. His first touch is brilliant, and he hits it with the outside of the boot, doesn't it? Just sort of bending away. What a strike that is.
And the smile is back on the face of the Liverpool manager.
And that's what can happen, though, isn't it? You have all those chances with Arsenal, and should be 4 or 5 up at least.
I don't think
he just knows.
He won't believe his luck that they're level, and maybe even better going into the break. We are moving into first half additional time now. Just a couple of minutes to be added on. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the closest that Liverpool have come to a goal yet.
I think this is what Arsenal have done really well. They've pressed really well as a team. You know, they've not gone in as individuals or ones and twos. They've gone as a team, and it's worked for them, and they've caught Liverpool out 2 or 3 times.
Alisson, more white shirts near him than space purple. Sliced out by Kwanzaa. No, it's stayed in. Jones has managed to keep it in, and he's been robbed by Rice. Ødegaard. McAllister is hacking away at him, and Liverpool get the throw. Gomez with the throw. White. Rice puts it out for another one. Kwanzaa. Alexander-Arnold. Ball being forced out of play. Arsenal throw in, and they want to be quick about it.
It's that press again.
Havertz is barged off the ball. There'll be a free kick to finish the half for Arsenal.
Really good work from Arsenal. Really impressive, putting them under pressure, not allowing Liverpool to settle. Then getting the foul. Another opportunity to put the ball on the box from another set piece.
At Anfield on the Saturday before Christmas, it was Ødegaard into the box from a free kick and Gabriel header into the net. This time it's Reiss Nelson to take for Arsenal. Everybody's back for Liverpool. Right at the back of the line. Won't reach it. And it is half-time at the Emirates. And Arsenal have had the better of it with nothing to show for it. Martin Ødegaard possibly hit the ball too well in the midst of a scramble in the box. He hit the bar. And then just a few moments ago, Trent Alexander-Arnold smashed one against the Arsenal crossbar. Reiss Nelson has come close as well, very early on, thanks to a long ball from Aaron Ramsdale. Incredibly, Arsenal haven't managed to score. And it is still goalless. At the break, it is Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0.
Indeed, Guy, indeed. Lots of opportunities, particularly for Arsenal, and they may rue missing a lot of those opportunities because they really should have taken the lead early on, shouldn't they?
Well, I hope they don't do, Gary, but it only takes one, doesn't it? One chance. We just saw Liverpool hit the bar. But no, Arsenal really good, fantastic approach play, pressing really well, and lots of opportunities. And yeah, in front of goal, it's been prevalent before about missing chances, and we're missing them again today. So hopefully one will come their way and they'll put it away. But in the first half, no, not at the moment.
Yeah, it was pretty one-sided.
Alexander-Arnold smashed one against the Arsenal crossbar. Reiss Nelson has come close as well, very early on, thanks to a long ball from Aaron Ramsdale. Incredibly, Arsenal haven't managed to score, and it is still goalless. At the break, it is Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0.
Indeed, Guy, indeed. Lots of opportunities, particularly for Arsenal, and they may rue missing a lot of those opportunities because they really should have taken the lead early on, shouldn't they?
Well, I hope they don't do, Gary, but it only takes one, doesn't it? One chance. We just saw Liverpool hit the bar. But no, Arsenal really good, fantastic approach play, pressing really well, and lots of opportunities. And yeah, in front of goal, it's been prevalent before about missing chances, and we're missing them again today. So hopefully one will come their way and they'll put it away. But in the first half, no, not at the moment.
Yeah, it was pretty one-sided.
Liverpool have been disappointing. I think they've struggled with the intensity of Arsenal, the quality, everything about Arsenal's been sharp and at it. Some of the Liverpool players have struggled with that. I think Jurgen will be really disappointed. I think he'll probably make one or two changes. I would imagine we might see Gravenberch come in the middle of the park for some legs and some energy and tenacity. To be fair to McAllister, he hasn't played for over a month, and you can tell a little bit. So, yeah, they need to pick up and quick because they're looking to still be in the game.
Yeah, it started very early, didn't it, with a fantastic ball from Aaron Ramsdale to Nelson.
It would have been fantastic for him, wouldn't it? Because, you know, we've been out of the side, we talked about him, and look about this. I mean, it's like Edison, isn't it? The way it's rapier-like ball that he plays. And Nelson, I think he takes that extra touch there isn't necessary for him. I think he could have lifted that over Alisson as he came out. But, I mean, look at this confidence. He's trying to target
Too big a gap, though, Martin, isn't it, between the...
It is, but the pace he shows,
yeah.
You know, Trent there has left that space, but
yeah.
I just think he just takes too long, and it's really been
I agree.
the theme of the first half
yeah.
of not taking that opportunity, taking too long in front of goal, not being clinical enough.
The Arsenal press has been particularly useful for them. It's worked really well.
Well, they're always good at it, but it's considering they've made a couple of changes with Jorginho coming in and Reiss Nelson as well. It's working really well, and Havertz leading that press. They're all at it. They've obviously talked about not letting Liverpool gain any confidence and dominance in the game. I mean, Declan Rice's been superb in the middle of the pitch as well. But this is early in the game. You could see the intent. And, of course, when you win the ball back, have you got that quality? Have you got that bit of finesse in the final third to get you that goal you need? And Martin was right. They did keep taking their time. Maybe the odd touch, the final pass, Martin.
It's kind of like when you're pressing, you're aggressive, and you need to show that same aggressivity when you shoot. You know, you've got to really go for it. That was a kind of a nice shot from Havertz, who really hasn't really let go yet. I think he just takes a little bit too. But the pressing is absolutely fantastic, outstanding. The pros play been magnificent from us. This should be a goal. You know, we've got to get over that. And then again, look, it's another opportunity. But this was 4 opportunities all at once there, and a really good start from Arsenal.
We talked about Kai Havertz playing up front before the start of the game. Well, he's had his opportunities, but I mean, he doesn't look like a natural number 9, that's for sure.
It's tricky. They played him in midfield. They played him up front. I think he's actually linked well, and he's an intelligent player, but just short of confidence really. And this is Declan Rice again, winning it, pinching it. They've done this part of the game. You can't let Liverpool play. But here, why is he not coming onto that and hitting it? It's all very pedestrian and a little bit slow. And if he changes gear and he just changes his approach slightly, look, I think he should be coming on that to hit it.
One touch, yeah. I mean, one touch, because you know these are good quality defenders. They're going to get back in and recover. But he is a threat in the air on set places as well. In fact, Arsenal have looked a threat on set plays. Could do better, but just put off a little bit by... I think it's Kwanzaa there, just getting enough on him to not give him the control. And then this is the last chance where they win it high. Brilliant from Reece Nelson. Not the best ball from Odegaard, but he takes his touch, Martin, isn't it?
Well, there's 2 touches. It's 2 touches and he takes it wide there. And he's got to be getting that out of his feet. And I think it's just a change of attitude from him. They need to get round him because Arsenal are creating the chances. Yeah. And certainly he definitely needs to be able to take them better than he is.
Probably the 2 most decisive shots came from defenders. The first one was Ben White for Arsenal.
Well, yeah, and probably the one we didn't expect, because we talked about the fullbacks contributing a bit more, didn't we, in the pre-match? And I think Alisson does well, considering when it does fall to Ben White, we can see in our screen now, he gets hold of it really nicely, and he just adjusts his feet there, Alisson.
Yeah, the speed of that shot, I think almost catches him out, but he gets, top goalkeeper that he is, he gets an arm, that right hand across.
Beautiful strike.
It almost feels like you have to hit an absolute perfect strike to beat Alisson at times. Yeah, he's that good. When you're on the edge or outside the box, I mean.
He's a wonderful goalkeeper.
He is.
Isn't he? Then the other end, Trent Alexander struck the crossbar.
Been Liverpool's best player.
Yeah.
He's passing. He's the one who
often is.
He is, yeah, but just beautiful with his passing, the composure. And this is the impact. Yeah. This is the impact he has now in games more. Nearly every game you watch Liverpool play,
Ramsdale might got a finger to this or not?
I'm wondering, does he get a finger to this?
I think, no, I'm not sure.
I'm not
sure.
Well,
we'll see.
But I was just saying, nearly every game he plays now, Trent, he's impacting the game positively and productively.
This is the worry, though, for Arsenal, isn't it? That with Liverpool not really at their best, not really creating anything, just go down the other end and score a winning goal.
Let's hope so.
Well, the one thing that will encourage Liverpool is the half-time scoreline.
Absolutely. Well, we've all played in games. I mean, we talked about the final we played. Yeah. We should have been out of sight when we beat you in the final in 2001. Nobody cares in the FA Cup how well you play, Gary.
No. I'm not sure Martin agrees with you.
No, Klopp needed half-time more than Arteta, but Arteta just has to restore the belief, keep going. You're going to get that opportunity. When it comes, you've got to take it. Yeah. Whether he does that from the bench, he can do it with Nketiah, of course, but we'll see.
Imagine Arteta will be saying more of the same, but what will Klopp be saying to turn things around and change the way Liverpool...
I think he wants more from Núñez. I think he's been absolutely locked up completely.
Yeah, but if you're a striker and your team's on the defensive and you can't get out and you're being out-pressed, then it's difficult, isn't it?
I think the key is decision-making of when to play out and when not to, but if you do play out, protect the ball better. Yeah, you can't give the ball away that many times when you're a high-quality team like Liverpool. You've got to keep the ball better, and that's why I think we'll see...
We've not seen the heavy metal football from Liverpool, have we? We've not seen the energy. They're not getting around the pitch. I think he's in there beating that drum now, Klopp.
Yeah. I just wondered, like all teams, they've had a lot of games over a short period of time with a reduced squad, and that might be taking effect a little bit, possibly.
Do you know what, Gary?
Although some of the young players have not played that much.
I think it's more to do with the leaders they're missing. Yeah. Virgil van Dijk, that you can see what the difference he makes when he's there.
Arsenal
with and without the ball, Mike.
Arsenal haven't allowed them to play.
No.
The way they get in around them and press, that's what Arsenal need to do.
Yeah, they deserve credit.
The recent game against Fulham, they just sat back when they went in front. They've got to get after the ball. They've got to keep doing that to stop Liverpool.
Well, it's goalless at the moment. I'm sure we'll have goals in the second half. I've said that before. 22 players, controversy, backstabbing and betrayal, but enough about football. The traitor continues.
We're all suspicious in here of everything.
The time for talk is over. But it's about to get quite complicated for the traitors.
The Traitors continues Wednesday at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Oh, it's the traitors. There's more than one. There's an FA Cup match of the day tonight. 10:30, BBC One and iPlayer. The Radio 1 Jan Slam competition is offering FA Cup final tickets for a chance of winning. Listen to The Breakfast Show this week on BBC Sounds. 8 FA Cup third round ties today. Let's catch up on some of the stories from earlier this afternoon.
Back up from Connolly, wanted to put it in himself, looking for CJ Hamilton, not a great header clear, and Blackpool take the lead. And here's CJ Hamilton, maybe it could get even better for them. Rhodes in the middle, oh, and at the far post it's going to be 2, unbelievable. Wood. Montiel, plenty of time to measure his cross, and they do have one back, and it's Nico Dominguez. Nuno Tavares finding Hudson-Odoi up against Lawrence Gabriel. Hudson-Odoi flicked it back, gives White with time to measure the shot. Oh, what a stunning goal. Morgan Gibbs-White brings Forest level with a sublime strike.
Boost it is for West Ham to have Paquetá in the team again. What a pass that is for Bowen, who has gone round the goalkeeper and has scored the opening goal for the Hammers. And that is Premier League class all over. Everything about it precise and perfect, from pass to touch to finish. And the finish of a man who is in glittering form right now. Done by Knight. Williams has forced it through, and Conway is away, and he has equalised. How about that for a finish from Tommy Conway? And how about those scenes in the away end? 9,000 Bristolians going berserk. The 21-year-old with a moment he will never forget. An equalising goal at Premier League West Ham.
So much experience from playing in the Championship, George Evans, and he's pulling the strings at the moment, and he's found Dolby, and he's got support O'Connor, and it's in! Tom O'Connor scores with the help of a deflection.
Yeah, good play for Kent from Wrexham. I mean, you've got to shoot. If you shoot, you've got a chance to score.
Confirmation then of the 7 games played already today. League One Bolton earned a replay following a goalless draw at Premier League Luton Town. Kevin De Bruyne played his first game since August as a second-half substitute, and Phil Foden scored twice as Manchester City routed Huddersfield. And West Brom were also convincing winners against non-league Aldershot Town. Well, there was a wonder goal scored earlier today, and it came from Patrick Bamford, playing, of course, for Leeds United. Have a little look at this one, guys. Oh, what a beauty, eh? That was to make it 2-0.
They're the ones you want on your show reel. They're the ones you want.
Oh, off the chest is a lovely feeling, isn't it? Did that in my school days.
Have you ever scored a left foot volley, mine?
I've scored a volley for Brighton. Back in the day, you'd have to go through the archives to find that.
Not from that range, I don't think.
No.
Newcastle.
Not on his left foot.
Yeah, exactly. Just to remind you, Alan might need to know this, that Newcastle are in the 4th round draw. Let's get a word from him ahead of the second half. I suppose the one thing that's been missing, Alan, is the thing that you did best.
That's why I said scoring goals is the hardest thing. I mean, Mikel will be so frustrated at half-time because they've been brilliant in every position other than in front of goal, to get in the positions, to create the chances. I mean, I don't know, it should be 4 or 5-0, the chances that they've had. But the good news for Liverpool is that whether it's been bad luck or whatever it is, or bad defending, it's still 0-0 for them. They were still in it.
Do you expect that Jurgen might give them a bit of a kick up the backside there?
Yeah, I think he'll, as I said, I think he'll be delighted with the scoreline, but with the performance, I'll be really disappointed. They haven't had that energy. They haven't been able to handle the Arsenal press. They've got to be more. They've got to be brave on the ball, accept the ball under pressure, and then get that touch right and get into forward positions.
From an Arsenal perspective, sometimes you don't really want half-time, and things can change, can't they, with that little intermission?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said it during the commentaries. I just get the feeling that it may be one of those games where you create so many chances and you look back and you think, how on earth have we not put at least one of those away? Because you know, with the quality that Liverpool have, they're going to get at least one, and they might just take that.
It's surprising that, I mean, and it's been kind of common this season for Arsenal, hasn't it? That this lack of finishing teams off, finishing the chances that they do create. Why do you think that's been an issue this season?
Well, I said before the game is that they've got to work the ball and quicker, pass the ball quicker. They've done that, but they've created the chances, but they just haven't put them away. We've said it beforehand, the numbers of goals they've scored are down this season, so are the chances, but the chances are right in this game, but they're just not putting them away. They've got to do better in front of goal.
Yeah, they certainly have. Thanks, Alan.
The tie of the round. This could and should be a cracker. And Arsenal are on top here. Oh, they've got a chance here. Søndergaard! And another chance has gone begging. Both teams now have shaken the crossbar.
Beautiful view of the Emirates Stadium from well above as the two teams come out for the second half. Arsenal have more bench options, Martin, should they choose to use them?
Yeah, Nketiah on the left, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. So, you know, I just think it just needs that killer instinct, Gary, in front of goal. Yeah. You know, certainly you and Alan had that. I'm not sure if Danny had that in front of goal. He'd probably tell us he did. But, you know, that's what Arsenal need today, someone who can put that ball in the back of the net.
Go on, tell us you did, Danny.
Do you know what? I think we need more intensity, Liverpool. I think more energy and just more care and bravery on the ball. Yeah. That's the key.
Well, Liverpool are out. They're ready. They need to start better, obviously, in this half than they did the last. But no goals yet. And here come Arsenal. Perfect time to hand over to Alan Shearer, who we've just spoken to. I suppose guys move next to him now.
Thank you, Gary. Arsenal just having a little bit of a meeting in the tunnel before they take the North London air again. What will have been the message from Mikel Arteta during that break, Alan?
Exactly the same again, same intensity, but you have to do better in front of the goal. You have to. The number of chances that they created, you'll be really disappointed that they're not at least 2 or 3 ahead.
So all set for the second half of the 14th FA Cup meeting of Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal have won the last 3. Famous finals over the years. 1950, 2-0 to Arsenal. 1971, the double winning team. 2-1 Arsenal at Wembley. Charlie George flattened his back on the pitch and all that. And then in 2001, the Michael Owen final in Cardiff, 2-1 Liverpool. They met in the 1980 semi-final, and it went to 3 replays before Arsenal won through to meet West Ham at Wembley. Well, we might be bound for 1 replay this year, unless one of these teams can find a way through in the next 45 minutes.
Well, both teams will not want a replay.
That'll be the winter break, Kibosh.
Absolutely.
In towards Havertz. Jorginho with a chip back to Nelson. Nelson hemmed in and loses out to McAllister.
I think from a Liverpool point of view, there's no doubt Klopp will demand more intensity and for people to be brave on the ball and get it under pressure and try and handle that press that Arsenal did ever so well in that first half.
Declan Rice. Jorginho. Kivior pulled away from the ball by Luis Diaz.
Just looking at Liverpool as well, I think Nunez has gone onto that left-hand side and Gakpo's gone down the middle.
Very fluid. Ahead of Alexis McAllister, they can all go wherever they want to roam, really, for Liverpool. No Mo Salah, remember, for, well, at least a month. You'd think Egypt would expect to go far in the Africa Cup of Nations in the Ivory Coast. No Mohamed El Neni for Arsenal in their squad. And Wataru Endo is absent for Liverpool, and Takehiro Tomiyasu for Arsenal there at the Asian Cup. No free kick there as Havertz went down.
Yeah, he's had his chances in that first half, Kai Havertz, didn't he?
More shots than anybody else, with no success. This is a player who got the only goal in the Champions League final once upon a time. He can score under pressure, all right.
Just hasn't done it enough, has he?
He was pressured into playing that ball aimlessly out of play. It's going to be an Arsenal throw. You mentioned 1971 a few moments ago. There's the great man who kept goal then, Bob Wilson. Sir Bob Wilson, should be.
Lovely man.
A football and broadcasting legend. Now he's growing up, he presented Football Focus, which is 50 this year. Saka racing onto it, and he's got a head start too. Saka tries to turn, he managed it. Gomez just stayed in his way sufficiently.
Oh, what a wonderful run that was. He actually went short first of all. You'd see him there, look, watch him go there, you go into his own half. And he timed the run to perfection. One run for the defender, one for himself to keep him on side, and just didn't have enough to get away.
Liverpool try and create something of their own. Elliott round the back of Jones. It's Gomez having a go. He will score for Liverpool one day. He's done that quite a lot in recent weeks. This is his 199th appearance for the club, and so far, nothing.
Wasn't a bad effort, was it?
Wasn't bad at all. Imagine playing 199 games without scoring a single goal, Alan.
Went 5 or 6 once.
We'll ask Martin later. Cleared by Ramsdale.
2 years with no goals for England.
You did?
Just before 96.
Stayed in the side though.
Just.
We're looking at FA Cup goals, and Alan got 27 in his career. Almost won every other game.
How many did Lineker get?
14, that was one every other game.
How many did Murphy get?
Also 14.
Ah, okay. Who wants a winner's medal?
There's Jones. Martin, by the way, didn't score in the FA Cup in 60 games, but he did stop 150 goals.
He got sent off 18 times.
There's Jorginho. There's McAllister. Now Elliott, and Luis Diaz had made a really good break and was well founded. Look at Darwin Nunez. That's what Luis Diaz was trying to do. Now he might do it by himself. Lost it.
Got caught in two minds in the end, but that first ball that he tried to cross should have been better into Nunez, as he made the run in there.
Here is Nunez and Diaz again. Liverpool looking to be more of an attacking force this half. They've got to be.
Yeah. Much better from Liverpool. Intensity. Hit them on the break with numbers, and you can just see him look up there, didn't he? He saw the pass, but he just couldn't finish it off. And he doesn't know whether to pass it or get his shot away, and then the numbers are back for Arsenal. But more intent from Liverpool.
Alisson seeking out Luis Diaz. He appears to be the target for every pass now. He holds off one challenge. Darwin Núñez can have a look at goal now. No, there was no way. Jones can, but he was leaning back as he got it, and that's the result.
Well, again, much better from Liverpool. More direct. Pace running in behind there from Diaz. I could see what Jones was trying to do there, but that's the long ball in behind. Diaz did really well to keep it alive. I could see what Jones was trying to do. He's just trying to whip it into that far corner, keep it low. He's leaning back.
Putting the pressure on Ramsdale there and making him hurry. White. Here's Ødegaard from Saka's flick. Ødegaard. Jones away with the ball. Arsenal's captain tries to rid him of it. John Brooks is happy with all the challenges. He's let the game go nicely, the ref. Hasn't been anything to trouble himself with.
Better from Liverpool, though, isn't it?
Much. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Darwin Núñez, who's more involved since going onto that left flank, cutting in. Here he goes. Darwin Núñez hits it, and it flashes past Ramsdale, and the look on his face suggests that was close.
That switch has been key. I said it just after half-time with him going on to the left-hand side. It's given them more pace down there, certainly more options to find him, and you can tell by his reaction how close that is. And it's a clever ball in behind, and you know, as soon as he gets that, you think he's going to try and work it on his right foot, and that's exactly what he did. I was just waiting for the net to move. You can see more from this angle how close it was.
Nelson. Luis Diaz puts him off balance, and shoulder to shoulder again. It's going to be a free kick.
He's claiming that it was a good old shoulder charge from the both of them.
I think it was, wasn't it?
I think it was. Certainly wasn't my era anyway.
So Arsenal have been given the chance once again to put pressure on that Liverpool penalty area. Gabriel has taken up residence in front of Alisson. I think we know where this is supposed to go. Nelson, a little flatter with that. Ødegaard. Rice, closed by McAllister. Rice wins round two, but there's Luis Diaz trying the first time of a Gakpo. Down goes Ødegaard. Nothing wrong with that, right under the ref's nose. Darwin Núñez just trying to find half a yard of room. That looked a good tackle.
Brilliant tackle.
Ødegaard, oh, the game's fizzing now, it's open. You attack, we attack. This is what we wanted to see. Darwin Núñez, Gakpo waiting. And Núñez went for goal, there was no way past White.
Just waiting for the gap to open up, wasn't it, Núñez?
Quansah. Quansah forced back over halfway by Ødegaard. Arsenal fans feel that's the cue for their backing to be needed. And Alisson has put it out. Jorginho blocked by McAllister. Free kick, Arsenal.
You can hear what the Arsenal fans thought of that tackle.
That's
Talking
one of the
about
tackles of the match, isn't it?
Timed it to perfection again.
Well, everything you were saying about William Saliba at the start of the game has rung true. He's been absolutely spot on.
No room for error with those tackles. Got to be right, and that one was.
Odegaard's on the ball. Oh, they've deceived Liverpool here, and it's Havertz with the chip and over the top. How many more chances are Arsenal going to pass up?
Well, it's a really clever, well-worked free kick from Arsenal, because all the Liverpool players were expecting that ball to come in, and so were we. Expecting Odegaard to whip it in, but the run is so clever off Havertz because he shapes to go actually in there, and it was a good ball across. He just couldn't get his body over it, could he, Saka?
Well, could Gabriel have headed it in?
Just wonder whether he just got the call to leave it, but I don't know why you would. Just couldn't get his body around it, Saka, could he? But I think he could have threw himself at that, couldn't he?
He's just waiting for Gabriel to plant that one off his forehead into the net. Double Liverpool change, and their two senior available substitutes are coming on. Cody Gakpo makes way. Diogo Jota will come on. He's got a great record against Arsenal. 8 goals against them in the past. And Alexis McAllister is off as well. He's only just coming back from a knee problem. And Ryan Gravenberch will take over in midfield. They're positive changes made by Jurgen Klopp.
Yes, they are. It's certainly been a positive start to the second half from Liverpool anyway. I know that Arsenal just had that opportunity, but it's been better from Liverpool.
Another play off Diogo Jota. That'll be an Arsenal throw, and they want to get on with it. Stand up for the Arsenal is the chant around the ground. They've been very chatty with you today, haven't they?
Nice.
Really nice. Another play off Gravenberch.
I think almost like for like, both substitutes, weren't they? Gravenberch will go straight in there for McAllister, and Jota will go straight up the middle where Gakpo was.
And here's Nelson. Run into Alexander-Arnold, who's now putting the pressure on Gabriel. Saliba finds Jorginho. Odegaard managed to hold off the challenge of Quansah, and there's room down the left now. Nelson. Havertz, Odegaard moving in the middle, and he's looping over Alisson. There's Saka! Oh dear.
Just took a deflection, didn't it, there? And Alisson scrambling back. Again, down the left-hand side, work it well. Good run again from Havertz, and there's the little deflection I was on about, and Alisson had to get a touch. You're just thinking for Saka to come and pull it back there, and he just couldn't do it. I think he'd come off the toe rather than the front of the boot, and you can see the reaction there from the Arsenal bench.
It's enough even to turn Mikel Arteta grey. Saka, Odegaard through, Havertz, Kanate beats him to it. Oh, it's on now.
Well, we said both teams wouldn't want to draw, and it looks as if they're going for it now.
Royce loses the ball, that doesn't happen often. Saka wins it back, but Liverpool have it once again, and Darwin Núñez has lost it. Havertz, Odegaard. Tight spaces for Arsenal. Saka found a way through to Odegaard. And Odegaard tries to win a corner, he hasn't managed it.
I mentioned the timing of tackles being extremely important for those defenders. With a couple there did Canate, and the Arsenal fans wanted a corner for that. So did he.
The captain was adamant. Arsenal change. Reece Nelson is coming off. Gabriel Martinelli, the regular on the left-hand side, is going to replace him. Now, Reece Nelson, he's only come off the bench in the Premier League this season 9 times. Game time has been limited, but he's taken to his task pretty well. But this just feels like the right time to get Martinelli on.
Yeah, a little bit of quality and a bit of pace down there.
Player who scored at home and away against Liverpool last season and has got 4 goals against them in all. And he was the player who made the difference in one of the big Premier League clashes here in October with the only goal against Manchester City. Kwanzaa hooks away.
Just wonder what Eddie Nketiah is thinking on the bench with the number of chances that his team has created.
I think he's stewing a bit.
Just a bit.
Jorginho. Saka. Ødegaard. He's trying to pull all the strings.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
Martinelli. A great roar greets his first 2 touches. He nearly got through. And Elliott got lucky. There's a bout of wrestling going on between Gabriel and Jota. I think there might be a bit of fire in this before the end. Darwin Núñez. Promising for Liverpool. Elliott joins in. Jota wants it. Elliott has gone straight to Ramsdale. It's how he wanted it.
I thought about having a shot with the left foot, but then came back inside on his right foot and just couldn't generate the power to trouble the goalkeeper.
Alexander-Arnold. Darwin Núñez isn't going to get there.
I think that's Nketiah there, isn't it? That just put his head down. Yeah, he'll be thinking with a number of chances that we've created today.
Just for a moment I thought Eddie was getting ready. A lot more animation though from Mikel Arteta now. He's kicking every ball down there. Back from Jones. Here's Canate. Jones. Jota. Diogo Jota is being held on to by Saliba, and we're going to get the first yellow card of the match.
And that's what Liverpool have done better this half. I said they had to be brave in possession and try and get through the Arsenal press by not being afraid to get on the ball. And they certainly did that then, and they've got themselves a free kick. Got to do more of it.
Caution, which is the first blot on William Saliba's copybook. Been fault free up to then.
Yeah.
Alexander-Arnold. Kwanzaa. Saka. Not able to carry it clear. Oh, there was a ball on just for a moment there. And here's Elliott trying to find the next one for Liverpool. It's Darwin Núñez. It's possessed by Gabriel. Martinelli invited to move. Taking on Canate, got himself a little bit of room. Gomez couldn't dally. Saka was straight away in on him. Rice. Jorginho. Saka. Kwanzaa leaves it for Jones to clear.
Saka was just trying to pick his head up and find Odegaard, wasn't he? Just couldn't get the ball into him. Rice.
Arsenal edging possession of the ball.
I think you said Liverpool have been brave in possession as well, but what they're also doing is when they're defending, they're actually being brave and leaving another 2 or 3 men further forward, so on the break they're looking much more of a threat. But that means that they're going to leave gaps at the back as well, with a lack of numbers.
There's Martinelli taking on Alexander-Arnold and getting past him. Konate stationed just right. Diaz. And Martinelli undoubtedly is going to add something for Arsenal now. Jorginho. Here is Martinelli, and again he's past Alexander-Arnold, and once again it's Konate who stops him.
Yeah, that's what you call backing your teammate up. Trent was done through the legs, great play from Martinelli, and you're looking for a little bit of help from your fellow defender, and that's exactly what he got from Konate. Great defending.
Martinelli has come on in just the right mood that you want from a substitute. Alisson trying to draw the ref's attention to the attention that he's getting. It's a disappointing corner from Martinelli. Disappointing. There's code for something else, obviously. Jorginho. And Martinelli won't get to that. That isn't much better.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating for defenders when they've come all that way up from the halfway line. You're looking for a good quality ball in, and certainly to beat the front man at that post, and when they don't do it, it's very frustrating.
A penny for his thoughts, and his.
It's not that bad, mate, come on.
Well, they're enjoying the action, but a lot of those Arsenal fans will be wondering how on earth the score is still 0-0. Elliott, they might hope that it remains 0-0 now. It's Darwin Núñez with Luis Diaz in support, and it's behind him. Diaz. Down. No free kick.
And rightly so as well.
Now he's after Kiwior. He looks intent on revenge. Cleared by Gabriel. Jorginho. That will be a free kick. Caught by Elliott, who's going to get a yellow card for that wave of the arm.
Yeah. No, you can't do that.
Frustration coming to the fore in both camps.
Well, it wasn't the foul that he got the caution for, it was reaction. That was a good opportunity.
What an opportunity, wasn't it? Núñez and Diaz getting a touch of the Arsenal's in that box.
So again, I mean, it just sums up this game, doesn't it? Is that just the lack of quality today in the final third. I didn't think it was a difficult pass from him. I mean, he did ever so well to get in to that position in the first place.
Oh, for Ian Wright and Ian Rush. Oh, for John Barnes.
And John Barnes. Oh, what a player John Barnes was.
All the top music artists are here today. John Barnes, Gary Barlow, Ian Wright. Won by Odegaard. Saka. Gravenberch wins the ball for Liverpool.
Normally you would say after 70-odd minutes it's 0-0. It's not been a great game. But I think with the chances that we've had and some of the play, I think it's been a very entertaining game.
And it's on the edge, which always brings its own excitement. And don't forget, you can see All of the FA Cup highlights. There are goals elsewhere, and there may well be some in this one yet. 10:30 BBC One, and you can watch every FA Cup goal on the BBC Sport website and app. Jorginho. Over Alexander-Arnold. Martinelli brought the ball under his spell just beautifully. Shame about the pass that followed. Gravenberch points behind Elliott. Rice anticipated where that was going. Here's Saka. Saka's had a go, and he's off beam.
Again, I could see exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to whip it into that far corner, which, of course, we've seen him do so many times. Not been at his best today, has he?
47 Arsenal goals. 9 this season. He might yet be the man who makes the difference today.
Yeah.
Arsenal do still have Eddie Nketiah, who we've mentioned, Leandro Trossard as well, who's good for a goal or two. He's got them against Liverpool in the past. Alexander-Arnold gets it back to Alisson, and got a little whack for his trouble from Havertz. Jones. Nunez. Ben White to beat. Can't do it. Saka with the whack away. Oh, it's better than that. But it is handball. Yeah, Martinelli trying to bring it down was a little unlucky.
Yeah, you can tell by his reaction, can't you, that he knew that he was going to give a foul against him. Handball.
Jones. Alexander-Arnold. Nearly through to Luis Diaz. Konate. Elliott. Luis Diaz has caught Gabriel there, and it's a painful one.
Good to see him getting up straight away.
Boot to boot. Don't think we could call them boots now, can we? Shoes. Two Liverpool changes now. These are interesting. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott are being replaced by Conor Bradley. Here's one for you, Al. Bobby Clark.
Son of Lee.
Son of your old Newcastle mucker, Lee Clark. Here he is. It's his third appearance for Liverpool. It's Conor Bradley's 9th. Saliba. Ødegaard. Havertz can't get it.
It's a good pass from Saliba into Ødegaard. Just bypassed that Liverpool front three and the midfield.
Well, we've passed 75 minutes now, so I think it's probably incumbent on me to say that a replay would be either a week on Wednesday or a week on Thursday at Anfield. And neither team want it really, but they want it more than going out of the cup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know Liverpool have got a game this week, semi-final, but then both teams might have to cancel a few days away. The break that they might be planning.
Jurgen Klopp will be onto the travel agent in the morning. Might not be any break after Fulham in the League Cup semi-final first leg on Wednesday. Not much of a break for Liverpool anyway this month, in truth.
It's a weekend off, they would take it, that's for sure.
That's a telling number.
Yeah. They're a threat, and they're going for it.
Liverpool do like to score late. Here's Diogo Jota. And he's got a little bit of room to wriggle it through to Diaz. And Ramsdale has made the save of the match. It's pretty much the first proper save he's had to make. It's a beauty.
It was a beauty, absolutely. Down low to his right-hand side. Good flick on from Nunez, and Jota picks it up. And it falls kindly to Diaz, and oh, what a save that is. A great strike as well. Thought it was going in the bottom corner, but he's down so quick.
Well, it's how Luis Diaz takes the shot on as well. It comes through the legs. He's done well to see that and react like that.
Brilliant save. Not only that, but to get it out in the strong enough hand to push it out for a corner.
And Jurgen Klopp liked the attack from his team. Now Alexander-Arnold to take the corner. And Diogo Jota to leap for it. Ramsdale beaten. And that one's wide. That looked like a big miss by Darwin Nunez.
Cannot believe how many chances both teams now have had in this game. And the leap, first of all, the leap there from Jota is that there, then to get the direction. Hits the bar there, but then it falls to Nunez, and it's a good touch. We just can't guide it into the corner, what he's trying to do, but that leap there from Jota, it's a wonderful header. Sort of hanging in the air, wasn't he?
Havertz has landed on Konate, and no genuine attempt to win the ball in the air, though. 17-9, Arsenal lead on attempt, and I suppose it matters if you don't put the ball in.
There's not been a lack of action in both goalmouths, has there? Just the back of the net.
Gomez. Saka's holding on to him. Gravenberch. Ødegaard hauls Gravenberch to the floor and just about resists the show of descent, just about kept a lid on it.
It's good work from Gravenberch. Did really well, strong. You can see Ødegaard's got hold of him there, and he turns him and puts it through his legs, and it is a foul.
Alexander-Arnold ready to test Arsenal again, and it was from his last delivery that Jota hit the bar and Nunez fired wide. Is it going to happen for one or the other of these giants of the English game and this competition? Alexander-Arnold, it's in this time. Liverpool find a way, and it's Luis Diaz who leads the way to the Liverpool supporters.
What a ball in that is. We said about in the first half, there were a couple of occasions there he disappointed in his delivery. Not on this occasion, Trent. Where do you want it? Right in the middle. That's exactly where he put it. You can see the reaction from him. Absolutely, yeah. Quality ball. Can someone get on the end of it?
It's an own goal. Pretty sure it's an own goal, you know. I think this goes in off the unlucky Jakub Kiwior.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's incredible, isn't it? All the chances that have been created, and it's an own goal. But the ball in from Trent was superb. He just puts them under pressure.
It was Diaz that jumped in front of him, and Kiwior didn't see it coming. Nothing Ramsdale could do, and look at that. We've got a triple fist pump from Jurgen Klopp. Another goal made by the wand of a right foot that belongs to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 1. And that after all those Arsenal chances in the match.
We said it, didn't we? They may live to regret it. And at the minute, they certainly are. The chances that they've had, Arsenal, they can only blame themselves at the minute.
How many times does this happen? Clark. There's an Arsenal change, and a change we expected in the aftermath of the goal. Eddie Nketiah on for Jorginho. Alexander-Arnold. Nunez, that will fall for him. Nunez has support from Gomez, he's got Luis Diaz there too. He had to dig at it.
Really good play again from Konate, winning the ball, timing his tackle superbly well, which puts Liverpool again on the front foot. But a really good game, Konate. He's been under huge pressure at times.
So Eddie Nketiah has been given 8 minutes and a little bit more to rescue Arsenal's FA Cup hopes. Worth the trip, it always is.
You've got to say well done to Liverpool at this moment in time for the way they've actually bounced back, because they were pretty awful in the first half. Other than that Trent attempt to hit the bar, they've been much better second half.
There's Diaz. Bradley. Conor Bradley's introduction has allowed Alexander-Arnold into that midfield role a little bit more.
Really surprised that it's taken this long to bring Nketiah on, particularly with the number of chances Arsenal were creating.
Here's Ødegaard. Saka. They have a genuine striker on the field now in Nketiah. And Ødegaard is fouled by Darwin Nunez. Free kick for Arsenal.
And you've got to say well done for Nunez coming back and tracking back and working for his team, but not for giving the foul away in such a dangerous position.
Ødegaard is the craftsman. And it comes from the captain. Oh, it needed a flick towards goal and it didn't get one, and it's behind for a goal kick.
He's not happy, he thinks it was a corner, wasn't it? Looking for again a quality ball in there. Don't think it was a bad one.
Six minutes of the 90 to go, and there are a few jeers because Alisson will take his time now. Of course he will.
Yeah, try and see the game out. It's what most teams, or all teams, do when they're winning with a few minutes left.
Free kick Liverpool. Diogo Jota was being lent upon, but they were a little too hasty there. Alexander-Arnold, Gravenberch, he's made a difference, it's coming on. Darwin Nunez, Jota. Konate. Nobody getting onto that lift. Liverpool have got some serious grit about them this season. Even when they're not on top of their game, they stay in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, say what you want about the chances that Arsenal have missed, and we can be critical of them for that, but in terms of a Liverpool performance, they've had to be patient and they've had to stick together. It's been tough at times, but that's what good teams do.
It said they're not over the line yet. Bradley goes to Luis Diaz. Gabriel. Mentioned Liverpool's propensity to score late goals. Arsenal have managed 4 Premier League wins with a goal in the 85th minute or later this season. And they've got the support. They just need to find the quality in front of goal. Martinelli robbed by Bradley.
Yeah, well done. Really well done. He stood up well there to Martinelli.
And there's Liverpool's record since the 1st of April last year, when they've scored first in a match. They don't lose.
They tend to win then.
They're pretty good at coming back when they go behind as well. Luis Diaz did well to keep the ball away from Declan Rice. Now here's Conor Bradley. Jota and Bradley too close to one another. Ødegaard. One back for Liverpool by Alexander-Arnold. Brings that one down with ease.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't an easy one. He made it look easy, but it wasn't.
Two Arsenal changes happening. I can tell you that one is Emile Smith-Rowe, but we can't help you with the numbers. Leandro Trossard coming on as well. You can see those numbers. Jakub Kiwior is off. And Kai Havertz has made way as well. Here's Saka. Rice. Martinelli. Bradley comes close. Rice. 2 minutes of the 90 to go. We await the board with interest. Here's Saka. Ødegaard. In between Trossard and Saka.
Just trying to be too intricate at times, aren't they, Arsenal? I think it's really good play again in there. That final pass. How many times we said that this afternoon?
Saliba. Knocked down by Bradley. Clark to Jota and away from Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool are sitting back now. They're looking to hold on to what they've got. What they've got at the moment is a passage through to the fourth round. Martinelli. Gabriel. White. Ødegaard collects. Ødegaard is taken out. Yellow card Gravenberch, free kick Arsenal.
Yeah, it was one of those clever passes again. And also a decision that he's got to make, and he thinks the right decision that he has to do is foul him and bring him down and take a yellow card.
Now what have Arsenal got from here? I think it's the most central free kick we've seen all game.
Well, they need one here. More goals from set pieces than anyone this season.
Does Ødegaard take the direct route? Looks as though he's going to try and seek somebody out in the middle. Ødegaard. In it comes, and behind it goes from Darwin Núñez. Just for a moment, the eyes widened. He didn't know where it was going.
Well, I didn't know where it was going either. Not sure he did in the end. Goodness me, too close for comfort.
Martinelli to throw it in there. Alisson trying to fight his way through to the ball.
No panic with that one with the Núñez, though. That was a great header, defensive header.
Now Liverpool might have a break on. They do have a break on. It's Diaz. 2 over. Diaz gets through, and Ramsdale pounces on the ball. The ball, when it did go up, said 4 more minutes. Here's Rice. He's been fouled by Clark. He's going to get a booking.
Yeah, no, people don't like it, don't like to hear it, but he had to do it for the sake of his team. His dad gave a few away with those as well.
Important ones. Saka. Just a little toe to it, prevented the ball from going cleanly through to Ødegaard. Here's Gabriel, and now Martinelli. You want to get your player of the match soon, Alan, but I'm loath to ask you just at the moment.
Give me another minute.
Smith Rowe couldn't get the ball down. Saka does. High up on the chest. Ben White. And Bradley heads behind. Arsenal corner, here they come again.
Well done, Conor Bradley. Really good defending, staying alive, alert. Doing his job. I know they've conceded a corner, but he had to do that.
Well, it's got to happen now. Another one into the box, and Alisson has it, and Alisson will hold it.
Brilliant goalkeeping. Take the pressure off your defenders, just what you need as a defender. Where are your goalkeeper? Come and help us out. That's exactly what he did, and there's my man of the match, Konate.
There he was, but we had to leave him because Darwin Núñez is on the ball. Bradley puts it in, and it's cleared by Saliba. Terrific little cameo at right back from Conor Bradley.
He's done well, hasn't he? Done a really good job and looked impressive when he's come on.
Played for Bolton Wanderers last season. He was their player of the year, and I know Jurgen Klopp was watching him very closely. Very highly rated. Yellow card for Trent Alexander-Arnold in the midst of all that. Well, now you can tell us why.
There's my man of the match. Without his normal partner, Van Dijk, today, he's had to stand up. He's had to be the leader at the back, and I think he has. He's made some impressive tackles, and he's been under huge pressure at times.
Can he see Liverpool through? No option for Odegaard other than back to Ramsdale. Arsenal have seconds now. Ramsdale looking for just the right ball. Now it's a case of everyone challenge for it. And Liverpool win it, and Darwin Núñez will run with it. Diogo Jota tells him where to go next. Look at the purple shirts now, and it's Luis Diaz, and he sealed it by smashing the ball into the roof of the Arsenal net.
Oh, what a clever finish that is. We spoke so many times this game about players taking extra touches that they don't need. None of that then. He takes the one touch, pushes it out with his feet, and gets his shot away. And Ramsdale's got no chance, goes in the back of the net. Liverpool hit them on the break, Arsenal committing men forward as they had to do. Well, Liverpool worked it really well, and he can be delighted, Klopp.
Liverpool are on their way into the fourth round of the FA Cup.
And that switch has worked perfectly for Liverpool with Núñez on the left-hand side, come doing that from the second half, and just taking the touch there. Take it early, the one touch, and out with your feet and get your strike away, what you've got to do. He did it so well, and Ramsdale's got no chance.
And that is how to finish. It's finished the cup tie once and for all.
I mean, they had to commit men forward, didn't they, Arsenal? And Liverpool are going to push forward. It's a case of whether they're going to go into the corner and protect what they've got, or try and get that second one.
All over. For Arsenal, this is the one that got away. So many chances in the first half of the match in particular. They couldn't take any. Liverpool stayed in it. Yes, they rode their luck early on, but then they found a rhythm. And, Alan, they found a way, as they so often do.
That's what good teams do, and that's what good managers do. They spot the problem, and Jurgen did that at half-time, and he switched Núñez onto the left-hand side. And they looked so much more of a threat in that second half. I know they still conceded one or two chances to Arsenal, who've only got themselves to blame. But certainly from a forward point of view, they were much, much better. And gave Arsenal so many more problems in the second half than they did in the first. And it's Liverpool that go through.
And Jurgen Klopp enjoyed that hugely. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 2.
Yes, it's Liverpool that go through to the fourth round, and that's Liverpool's first FA Cup win against Arsenal since the 2001 final, ending a run of 3 defeats. And Liverpool have now eliminated Arsenal from the FA Cup 6 times. Only Manchester United with 8 have done so more often. And Arsenal are eliminated at this stage for just the 3rd time since 1996 and lose 3 successive games in all competitions for the first time in nearly 2 years. It was very much a different game in the second half, Danny.
It was indeed. I think the changes made a difference in terms of the positional changes. Diaz went to the right, Nunez to the left, Gakpo down the middle, and then the 2 substitutions, especially Jota. Although Gravenberch made a difference, but Jota added a bit of calmness,